Hi, this is Dr. Samantha Sweeney, and this is Just for Fun Friday, your weekly dose of how to infuse diversity into your life and the life of your kids. I am excited to introduce this week's item to you because it's going back to my roots. If you've seen my previous shows, you've seen that I am a major book junkie, and this is going back to another book. This book is called Ab Thee I Sing, A Letter to My Daughters by Barack Obama and Lauren Long. So yes, you heard correctly, it's by our president, Barack Obama. So this book, Amazon recommends this book for ages 6 and up. And I have to say, I think that's just totally off. I really do. We received this book as a gift from my children's Nana, my mom, when my son, my older one, was about 2 years old. And it's been a part of our regular rotation ever since. 2 is a bit young. It has some beautiful pictures and wonderful things to look at, but it doesn't rhyme. And so some younger kids, I think, wouldn't be able to tolerate it. And it is a tad long for kids who are 2 and up. So I think maybe 3 and up, maybe 4 and up would be best for kids. But I think 6, I really do think that kids can get something out of it even before age 6. So sorry, Amazon. I really think that 3 or 4 could be a better potential starting range for this book. So what are some of the different diversity themes of this book? Well, the cool thing about this book is that Obama is talking about our history and all of the people who have contributed to our history. So not just the lawmakers, although those are included, but also people who have contributed to sports, people who have contributed to the arts, because those things are really important as well. And in introducing all of those different themes, we introduced lots of different types of people, which is really, really cool. So one of the major themes is race and ethnicity. So he introduces people who are African American, people who are Native American, people who are Asian American, which is really cool. It's lots of different types of people, different races. He also doesn't just talk about the men who have contributed to our country, he talks about the women as well, which I really, really love. So gender is a piece of this as well. And it's not just the people who are able-bodied, it's also people who have disabilities. He talks about those people and their contributions. So that's another major theme. So I love that piece of that as well. So on all of our Just for Fun items, I rate them on a scale of 0 to 5, and this one is definitely a 5. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking you're just giving this a 5 because it's our president, and maybe you're hoping that Obama will invite you to the White House to talk about the fact that you talked about this on your show. And I have to admit, that has crossed my mind. It would be kind of cool to go to the White House. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, no, the item is a 5 not because of the president. The item is a 5 because of all of the different themes it introduces. It's able to spark so many different conversations with your kids. These are some of the amazing people who have contributed to, U.S. history. Who has contributed to other history in other countries? Who else has contributed to U.S. history? There's just so many ways to continue to talk about it. Who are we missing? Who do you think should have been included in this book? Who wasn't? There are just so many different things to talk about with this book. So that's it for this week's Just for Fun Friday. I hope that you really enjoyed it. And no matter what you feel about Barack Obama in terms of his policies and his politics, I hope that you see that this book is really, really beneficial to anyone who reads it, not just people who believe in, his politics. And I would like you to head on over to the website, www.culturallycompetentkids.com, where you can get a link to buy this book if you choose to. And there's also something there to print out quick one-page printout of all the different things that we've talked about today. So the age range, 3 and up, 4 and up, not 6. Sorry, Amazon. The different diversity themes, some potential questions and comments that you can talk about with your kids as you're going along and reading this, and also ways to continue the conversation. Because remember, even though it's important to have fun with diversity, it's also really important to continue the conversation, to have harder conversations with your kids. So that's it. I hope that you pick up this book and you really, really enjoy it. And I'll see you next week for another Just for Fun Friday. Thanks for joining us for another Just for Fun Friday. I hope that you enjoyed it and that it inspired you to go out there this weekend and have even more fun with your kids. I've created something that I'm really excited to share with you and I think you're really going to love. I've compiled this amazing book list of all different diverse books. It has different characters, different storylines, and I think you're really going to love it. It's for kids of all ages, from babies, yes, babies, all the way up to young adults. So in order to get it, go to www.culturallycompetentkids.com. Sign up for the newsletter and it'll be sent straight to you right away, right to your inbox. You can use it for all sorts of things. You can use it for learning time, you can use it for literacy time, or just fun snuggle time with your kids. So sign up, enjoy it, and I'll see you next week for another Just for Fun Friday.